Ever feel like your grocery bill is a cruel joke? You grab the basics, milk, eggs, bread, and the total at checkout makes you question reality. Prices are rising everywhere, and it's not just inflation. There's a storm of climate change, global politics, and corporate moves making essentials unaffordable. Today we're cutting through the confusion to reveal why your grocery bill looks like a phone number. But we're not just here to complain, we're here to strategize. I'll show you the top 10 products to stock up on now, before they become luxury items. This isn't panic buying, it's smart buying. Grab your notes, let's dive into survival economics. First up, let's talk about powdered milk, the classic backup for families, campers, and anyone preparing for emergencies. For decades, it's been a pantry staple, always there when you run out of fresh milk or need something that lasts. Once considered an affordable and reliable option, its price is now climbing at an alarming rate, putting it out of reach for many households who once depended on it for daily nutrition and convenience. So, what's behind this sudden spike? Dairy cows are becoming more expensive to feed and maintain, especially as droughts hit key farming regions, supply chains get tangled, and energy costs soar. Every step from farm to factory is feeling the squeeze. On top of that, countries are starting to hoard their dairy supplies, shrinking global exports and making it even harder for powdered milk to reach store shelves. The result? Prices keep rising, and availability keeps dropping. This isn't just about having creamer for your coffee, it's a growing nutritional crisis. Families and food banks that rely on powdered milk for affordable protein and vitamins are feeling the pinch, and some are already being forced to go without. The surge in powdered milk prices is more than just a budget issue. It's a warning sign for our food security. When a basic staple like this becomes scarce, it signals deeper problems in the food system. Stocking up now isn't about hoarding. It's about making sure your family has access to essential nutrition before it's priced out or disappears from shelves entirely. Think of it as a smart move for your household's well-being. Don't wait until powdered milk becomes a relic of the past, something you only see in old advertisements or empty store displays. Secure this pantry staple while you still can. A little preparation now can make a big difference if shortages get worse. Remember, the backup plan only works if it's actually there when you need it. Don't get caught off guard. Pay attention. This is your early alert. Take action before powdered milk truly disappears from your local store. Rice isn't just a side dish, it's the mainstay for half the world. From bustling city streets in Asia to rural villages in Africa and Latin America, rice is the foundation of daily meals, nourishing billions and connecting cultures across continents. It's a symbol of comfort, tradition, and survival. But its affordability is vanishing, threatening food security worldwide. What was once a cheap staple is now becoming a luxury for many families, as prices climb and shelves grow bare. Climate change is wrecking rice crops with floods and droughts, leaving farmers struggling to adapt. Unpredictable weather patterns destroy harvests, making it harder to grow enough rice to feed everyone. Meanwhile, major exporters like India are restricting exports to protect their own supplies, causing ripple effects throughout the global market. Countries that rely on imports are left scrambling to secure enough rice for their people. This triggers global shortages and price spikes, destabilizing entire regions. Panic buying and hoarding become common as people fear running out of this essential grain. The era of cheap, abundant rice is ending. What was once taken for granted is now uncertain, and families everywhere are feeling the impact. Stocking up now is about more than convenience. It's about protecting your food security. Having a supply of rice at home means peace of mind in uncertain times. Don't assume rice will always be cheap or available. The world is changing, and so are the foods we depend on most. The global market is volatile, and rice is at the center of the storm. Every country, every household, is affected by these shifts. Secure your supply before the next crisis hits. A little preparation today can make all the difference tomorrow. Rice is no longer a guarantee. It's a risk. Don't get caught unprepared. The next shortage could be just around the corner. One grain at a time, protect your pantry. In a world of uncertainty, every grain counts. Take action now to safeguard your family's future. Honey, nature's sweetener and ancient remedy, is becoming a luxury. Real honey prices are soaring, and the shelves are filling with cheap imitations. The culprit? Bees are dying off from pesticides, habitat loss, and climate change. Fewer bees mean less honey and higher prices. Beekeepers face rising costs and shrinking yields, making pure honey rare. When you see real, local honey, you're looking at a vanishing resource. Its price reflects the environmental crisis behind it. Stock up now. Honey lasts forever, and its value is only going up. Don't let this natural staple disappear from your pantry. Preserve a taste of nature while you still can. Bread, once the symbol of stability and comfort on every table, is now a budget buster for families everywhere. What was once a simple, affordable staple has become a source of anxiety for many shoppers. Wheat prices have soared, driven by the ongoing war in Ukraine, which has disrupted one of the world's largest grain exporters. This conflict, combined with global uncertainty, has sent shockwaves through the food supply chain. Droughts, heat waves, and floods, fueled by climate change, are shrinking harvests everywhere. Fields that once promised abundance now struggle to yield enough to meet demand, making every harvest more precious and unpredictable. Rising energy and transport costs hit bakeries hard, pushing prices higher. Every loaf now reflects not just the cost of ingredients, but also the soaring expenses of keeping ovens hot and trucks running. Even basic loaves are no longer cheap or guaranteed. Shelves that once overflowed with options now sit half-empty, and shoppers are forced to make tough choices. Bread's rising cost signals deeper problems in our food system, problems that go beyond just one product, hinting at vulnerabilities in how we feed ourselves. The era of easy, affordable carbs is fading. What was once taken for granted is now a luxury for some, a memory for others. Watch this staple closely. Its price is a warning, a signal that the systems we rely on are under strain and may not recover quickly. Stock up on flour or bread when you find a deal, because tomorrow's prices are uncertain. Planning ahead is now a necessity, not just a thrifty habit. Don't take your daily bread for granted. Each slice represents a complex web of farmers, bakers, and supply chains working against the odds. The foundation of every meal is at risk, and the comfort of sharing bread may soon be a privilege, not a given. Secure it while you can, because in these uncertain times, even the simplest foods are worth protecting. Fresh milk, once a grocery staple, is now a luxury for many. Prices are up, cartons are smaller, and families are feeling the squeeze. Dairy farmers face skyrocketing feed, fuel, and vet costs, pushing many out of business. Milk's journey from farm to fridge is energy-intensive, and every step costs more. Shrinkflation means you're paying more for less. The milk supply chain is fragile. When costs rise, so do prices at checkout. Milk's price is a snapshot of our stressed food system. Don't assume it'll always be affordable. Stock up when you can, or consider shelf-stable alternatives. The basics are no longer basic. Protect your family's nutrition now. Eggs, once the cheapest protein, are now unpredictable and pricey. Bird flu outbreaks have decimated flocks, causing wild price swings. Feed and energy costs are up, making every egg more expensive to produce. The egg market is fragile. A single outbreak can double prices overnight. Cheap eggs are a thing of the past. Stock up when prices dip, and don't count on stability. Eggs are now a strategic buy, not a given. Cooking oil, essential for every kitchen, is suddenly a big-ticket item. War in Ukraine disrupted sunflower oil supplies, causing a domino effect on all oils. Climate change is hammering olive, canola, and palm oil crops worldwide. Prices have doubled or tripled, impacting everything from frying to baking. Cooking oil inflation drives up the cost of countless foods. The era of cheap oil is over. Buy in bulk when you find a deal. This pantry staple is now a smart investment. Don't let it slip through your fingers. Fresh produce, once the symbol of healthy eating, is now a luxury. Prices for lettuce, berries, and tomatoes are volatile and often sky-high. Climate change brings droughts, floods, and unpredictable harvests. Water shortages and extreme weather are making farming riskier and more expensive. Transporting perishable produce costs more than ever. Healthy food is becoming the hardest to afford. Families are forced to choose processed foods over fresh. Buy in season, look for sales, and consider frozen options. The produce aisle is a battleground. Shop smart. Don't let healthy eating slip out of reach. Adapt your habits to protect your health and wallet. Meat prices, beef, pork, chicken, are climbing fast, turning everyday meals into special occasions. Droughts are shrinking cattle herds, and rebuilding takes years, so beef will stay expensive. Feed costs for pigs and chickens are up due to grain shortages and global demand. Energy and transport costs hit every step from farm to store. Meat inflation is here to stay. Consider eating less meat or choosing affordable cuts. Protein is no longer a cheap staple. Adapt your meals to the new reality. Watch for deals, but expect high prices to stick. Rethink your protein strategy now. Even canned goods, the last refuge for budget shoppers, are getting expensive. Steel and aluminum prices are up, making cans costly before you even consider the food inside. Droughts, floods, and higher farming costs hit the contents too. Canning is energy intensive, and transport costs add up. The humble can of soup is no longer a bargain. Stock up when you see a sale. Shelf stable doesn't mean price stable anymore. Protect your pantry with smart choices. Every link in our food chain is under stress. Climate, conflict, and energy costs are driving prices up. But knowledge is power. Now you know what to watch and how to shop smart. Buy in bulk, look for sales, and adapt your habits. Share this video, help others prepare too. The more we know, the better we can protect our families. Don't wait until essentials are out of reach. Plan ahead. Thanks for watching. Let's face these challenges together.